Trust me, where life is simple, peaceful, and often slow, it's easy to lose track of what truly matters. Every day, people come to you for help. Friends, family, and neighbors, all asking for a little of your time. You say yes because it feels good to help. But what happens when the constant demands leave you drained, exhausted, and unable to focus on your own dreams? This is the story of Aman, a shopkeeper in a rural village, who learned the hard way that saying no isn't selfish. It's the first step to protecting your time, your energy, and your own happiness. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the demands of others and felt like you were losing yourself in the process, this story is for you. Stick with me till the end, and you'll learn how setting boundaries can lead to a life that feels full and meaningful. In this rural village, Aman had big dreams and a small shop, but he kept saying yes to everyone around him. By the end of this story, you'll see how one word, no, can help you focus on your own path, make time for what truly matters, and live a more balanced life. Aman was a young shopkeeper in a small rural village nestled between hills, where the air was always fresh and the mornings peaceful. His shop, a modest mud hut with a thatched roof, was where villagers came to buy their daily necessities. The shelves were stocked with simple goods: flour, sugar, salt, spices, and soap. The shop wasn't fancy, but it was warm, inviting, and always filled with the hum of friendly chatter. Every morning, Aman would open his shop early. As the sun rose, he prepared the few items he had for sale that day, arranging them carefully on the wooden shelves. He loved his simple life. But there was something that troubled him: his constant feeling of exhaustion. The villagers, kind-hearted and trusting, came to him every day with requests. A neighbor needed help fixing his roof. A friend wanted advice on planting crops. His mother asked him to run errands to the market. And every day, he said yes. At first, Aman didn't mind. After all, he wanted to be helpful. But over time, the requests grew. And so did his sense of being overwhelmed. His small shop became a constant hub of activity, with people always knocking on his door, asking for something. Aman had always dreamed of expanding his business, creating a better life for himself and his family. But every time he tried to sit down and plan, there was someone knocking on his door. A neighbor asked for help with their garden. A relative needed him to visit their house. His friends wanted him to join them for tea in the evening, or just to chat. Aman, too polite and kind, couldn't refuse. He always thought, "I should help, I should be there for them." But as the days passed, he realized he hadn't made any progress toward his own dreams. He wasn't working on expanding his shop. He wasn't planning the future he wanted. He was simply living for others. He began to feel drained, mentally and physically. The work at the shop became harder. His enthusiasm faded. The business he once loved now felt like a burden, and all the time he spent helping others was pulling him further away from his own ambitions. His dreams seemed as distant as the hills in the distance. "I'm not getting anywhere," Aman thought one evening, exhausted after a long day. "I'm helping everyone, but I'm neglecting my own life. Why does it feel like I'm stuck in the same place?" One evening, as Aman was closing his shop, an elderly man named Baba Jamil walked into the shop. Baba Jamil had been a successful merchant in his younger days, and although he had retired, his wisdom and experience were known throughout the village. He had watched Aman grow up and noticed the young man's constant exhaustion. Seeing the tired look in Aman's eyes, Baba Jamil asked, "Aman, why do you look so tired, my son?" Aman sat down, wiping his brow. "I feel like I'm always helping others, Baba Jamil, but in the process, I've lost sight of my own goals. I want to make this shop grow. I want to build something more, but I don't have the time." Baba Jamil nodded thoughtfully. "Ah, yes. The people of this village are like family, and we always want to help them. But tell me, son, if you keep giving and giving without taking time for yourself, how long will you be able to help others? It's like pouring from an empty pot. You must learn to protect your energy and say no when needed." Aman looked confused. "But Baba Jamil, saying no feels wrong. I don't want to disappoint anyone." Baba Jamil smiled softly. "Saying no is not about turning away from others, Aman. It's about protecting your time so you can serve others better when you're able. It's a powerful act of self-care. If you're constantly exhausted, you can't be the best version of yourself for anyone." The next day, Aman woke up early as usual, but instead of rushing to help every person who knocked on his door, he decided to make a change. He had learned the importance of setting boundaries. The first test came when a neighbor asked him to come over and help with repairing their fence. In the past, Aman would have dropped everything to help. But this time, he said, "I'm sorry. I can't help today. I need to focus on my shop." It wasn't easy. He felt guilty at first, but after he said no, he realized how much clearer his mind felt. He had time to plan his day, to focus on his shop, and to think about his goals. The next day, another request came, this time from a friend who wanted him to join a gathering in the village. Again, Aman said, "I'm sorry, but I need to take care of my work right now." As the days passed, Aman started saying no more often, and each time he felt lighter, more in control of his life. His shop started growing. He focused on improving his inventory and marketing his business. Slowly, he built a better future for himself and his family. Months passed, and Aman began to see the results. His business was thriving. He had enough time to plan for the future. He was no longer exhausted, and he felt proud of the progress he had made. His relationships with his neighbors and family improved as well. By setting boundaries and focusing on his own goals, he had more energy to truly be present when he did help others. One evening, after a successful week of sales, a young man from the village came to Aman's shop. He was holding a small sack of grain. "Aman Bhai," he said, "I just wanted to thank you. When I first started my business, I would often feel overwhelmed by everyone's requests. But you taught me the power of saying no, just like Baba Jamil taught you. I'm starting my own shop now, and I'm so grateful for your advice." Aman was taken aback. He hadn't realized how much his change had impacted others. Saying no wasn't just a tool for self-care. It had become a way to teach others how to prioritize their lives too. A man's journey shows that saying no is not about being selfish. It's about protecting your time and energy. By saying no to distractions, you can say yes to the things that truly matter: your dreams, your goals, and your well-being. In a world that constantly demands more from us, remember that saying no is a powerful act of self-care. By doing so, you can serve others better and live a more focused, balanced life. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more motivational stories.